Once upon a time, there lived a girl called Ulioma. Uli was born blind and lost her mother during her birth. Her father took care of her and raised her alone until she was 2. Due to her father's demanding job, he took her to her grandparents to live with them and visited her occasionally. Uli grew up to become the most beautiful girl in her village. She was humble, hardworking and friendly, but sometimes she felt saddened about her condition. Uli's grandparents usually feel sad when they look at her. They would say to one another,
"If she wasn't blind, she would definitely be every man's dream. She is so beautiful."
But life happened to Uli. Despite her beauty and wonderful attitude, no man wanted to marry her because she was blind. A certain day, the prince of the land, unaware of Uli's condition, demanded to see her after he saw her in the stream. When she was brought to the palace before the prince, he rejected her immediately he noticed she was blind.
"You are pretty, but you are blind. I'm sorry, I can't have a blind girl as my queen."
That was another sad day for Uli, feeling the pain of rejection. One day, Ulioma visited her father at a neighboring village. A young man called Odilichi, who had delivered cocoyam to Uli's father the previous day, came back to collect his payments. When he saw Uli, he became love-struck instantly, despite her condition. From that day, he could not get her off his mind. He started to come around every day after work to keep her company and buying her plenty of gifts. Odilichi was so in love with Uli that he decided to tell his parents about her.
"Mama and Papa, I have finally seen a gorgeous woman I want to marry. She is so pretty, but blind."
"My son, marrying a blind girl comes with a lot of stress. Can you cope?"
"Yes, I can."
His parents, hearing Ulioma's condition, tried to discourage him, but he was hell-bent on marrying her. Weeks later, Odilichi married Ulioma. He treated her like an egg and basically did everything for her. He fetched water for her, washed her dirty clothes, and cooked her meals. The only thing he couldn't do for her was making her see, and that made him really sad. Odili swore he was going to find a solution for his wife's blindness. He moved from one village to the other, searching for a healer, but all to no avail. No one was able to help because her blindness was from birth. One day, luck smiled on Odili. He was able to find a great healer.
"Young man, there is a solution, but a difficult one. Are you ready for what lies ahead?" "I'm ready for whatever it takes. My wish is for my wife to see. I want her whole and happy." "Your wife's blindness is from birth, and only a body part from a man destined by her chi can cure her. One of your fingers will be cut off to prepare a medicine for her, and in 7 days her sight shall return. But I must warn, she must not sleep with any man except you. If she goes against this rule, she'll be permanently blind." "Thank you, wise one. I shall return in the next moon."
Odilichi agreed to have one of his fingers amputed. It was a very painful process, but he was determined for Uli to see. The healer amputed Odili's finger, grounded it and prepared a concoction with it, which he handed over to him to always apply it on Uli's eyes for 7 days, after which he will bring her for the final process. He used the medicine on Uli as the healer had directed, and on the 7th day, he took Uli to the healer, who performed the final ritual, and Uli was able to see again. Uli for the first time saw the world with its beauty, the vibrant trees, the blue beautiful sky, and the faces of her loved ones. Tears of joy streamed down her face as she hugged her husband tightly, her voice filled with gratitude. The medicine man's warning echoed in Odili's mind.
"But I must warn, she must not sleep with any man except you. If she goes against this rule, she'll be permanently blind."
Part 2. The medicine man's warning echoed in Odili's mind.
"But I must warn, she must not sleep with any man except you. If she goes against this rule, she'll be permanently blind."
Time passed, and Uli's happiness filled their home and the entire village. Odili, however, was consumed by anxiety. He watched her with mix of love and fear, guiding her with possessiveness that grew more suffocating with each passing day. One day, as Uli walked to visit her grandparents at Idani, she encountered the handsome prince who had earlier rejected her. Ulioma's heart, fluttering, felt a strange attraction to the prince. Their encounters became more frequent. The prince showered her with luxury gifts and compliments. He continually spoke of how she deserves a life of luxury and happiness. Torn between her loyalty to Odile and the charming prince, she found herself at a crossroad. She confided in her friend Oluchi, who, blinded by her own desire, saw only the prince's wealth and influence.
You are too beautiful and deserve to be royalty. The prince will give you everything you want and deserve.
The seed of doubt grew in Ulioma's heart. She began to see Odile's love as burden and a constraint on her newfound freedom. His possessiveness, that was once a comfort for her, now felt like a cage. Odile sensed the changes in Uli that he could not understand. Fear crept into his heart. He tried to ask what was wrong with her, but Uli gave him a cold shoulder.
Obim, what is the problem? Your mood these days is getting to me.
I've told you that I am fine. What else do you want to hear?
One day, she finally gathered the courage to tell her husband her intent to leave their marriage.
I've realized that I do not really love you. I was helpless and needed a companion.
Odilichukwu's voice trembled as he pleaded with her, reminding her of the consequences.
Please don't go. If you ever be with any other man, you will lose your sight forever.
Ulioma dismissed his warnings about being with some other man, thinking it was a way for him to stop her from leaving. They parted ways. Odile cried his eyes out, drawn with thoughts of betrayal and hurt. Ulioma's father and grandparents voiced their concerns, but Uli wouldn't listen to any of them. As days turned into weeks, she got engaged to the prince. As she moved into the prince's arm, she felt the whisper of betrayal and consequences, but she persisted, her conscience battling her desires. The prince was waiting for her, with a smile playing on his lips as he reached for her hand. Drowned in passion, she took a deep breath, and with heart filled with guilt, she stepped into the passion, leaving behind the life she had known and the man who had given her a clearer vision of what life looks like. Then came the fateful morning. After she consummated her union with the prince, a chilling darkness enveloped her eyes. Her husband's warning words echoed through her mind.
What's happening to me? Why do I see just shadows? Somebody help me.
She was filled with panic as she confessed her afflictions to the prince. To her surprise, the prince turned on her, accusing her of deceit and refusing to make a blind girl his queen.
I told you a blind woman can never be my queen. You deceived me. Guards, take her back to her father's
compound. The prince
compound.
sent her back
This
to her
marriage is
father's
over.
house, who rejected her out of anger.
What are you doing here? Who asked you to come here? Leave my house immediately and never return, you foolish child.
She went to her grandparents, who welcomed her despite being upset with her.
Mama, what have I done to myself? I am finished.
The news of her return spread the whole village, reaching ears of her heartbroken ex-husband Odile. Despite his pain from her betrayal, his love for her still burned like a wildfire. He went in search of her, and with open arms he forgave and welcomed her back, promising to cherish her forever.
I feel bad you can't regain your sight anymore, but I promise to take care of you and our kids. That's how much I love you, Obim. I've forgiven you from my heart.
Uli, burdened by regrets, held and thanked him and promised to spend the rest of her life by his side. And so the tale of Ulioma, the woman who blinded herself a second time by chasing mirage, became a cautionary moral tale to everyone.